안녕하십니까. 박훈탁TV입니다. 바이든과 중국의 불법적인 돈 거래를 입증하는 스모킹건이 나온 것 같습니다. 파산한 실리콘밸리 은행은 알고 보니까 워크은행이었습니다. 제임스 코머 미 하원 감독위장이 바이든 가족이 중국 공산당으로 돈을 받은 은행 기록을 확보했다고 주장했습니다. 방송 전에 한 말씀 드리겠습니다. 여러분들 잘 아시다시피 제가 해임 취소 행정소송 진행하고 있습니다. 광주와 제기한 터무니없는 손해배상 청구 소송도 준비하고 있습니다. 제가 굉장히 어렵습니다. 여기 후원 계좌 있습니다. 자율 구독료 내는 셈 치고 좀 도와주시기를 간곡하게 부탁드리겠습니다. 파산한 실리콘밸리 은행에 2022년 4월부터 2023년 1월까지 Chief Risk Officer, 선임 위험 관리자가 없었고 이 은행의 유럽, 아프리카 및 중동 위험 관리 책임자 J. 에르사파가 LGBTQ 프로그램에 많은 시간을 할애한 것으로 드러났습니다. 바로 이 여자입니다. CT, 바클레이스 및 딜로이트에서 근무한 경력이 있는 에르사파는 실리콘밸리 은행 시간 중 일부를 레즈비안 비지빌리티 데이 및 트랜스 어웨어네스 위크 홍보기사 작성에 할애했다고 데일리 메일이 보도했습니다. 결국 파산한 실리콘밸리 은행은 워크 은행이었습니다. 제임스 코머 하원 감독위장이 일요일 아침 어제죠. 팍스뉴스의 썬데이 모닝 퓨처스에 출연해서 사회자 마리아 바르티 로머와 함께 했는데 그것은 정말 폭발적인 인터뷰였습니다. 여기서 코머 의원이 바이든 패밀리에게 엄청난 폭탄을 떨어뜨렸습니다. 미 하원 감독위원회의 공화당 의원들이 바이든을 중국 공산당과 연결시키는 문서 및 기타 증거를 제공한 바이든과 밀접한 관계가 있는 4명의 증인과 협력해왔습니다. 이것은 우리가 생각했던 것만큼 나쁩니다. 우리는 은행 기록을 갖고 있습니다. 우리는 우리 위원회와 협력하는 사람들을 확보하고 있다고 하원 감독위장 켄터키주 하원 의원 제임스 코머가 어제 팍스뉴스의 썬데이 모닝 퓨처스의 사회자 마리아 바르티 로머에게 말했습니다. 코머는 여기서 지난 2주 동안 우리는 이 개인들을 직접 또는 그들의 변호사와 만났습니다. 그들은 전 세계의 다양한 계획에서 바이든 가족과 관계를 맺은 4명의 개인입니다. 이제 우리는 문서를 가지고 있습니다. 우리는 바이든 일가가 중국 공산당으로부터 어떻게 돈을 받았는지를 보여주는 문서를 손에 들고 있습니다. 라고 말했습니다. 제임스 코머의 트위트입니다. 읽어보겠습니다. Biden family members attempted to sell access and influence around the world. 바이든 가족이 전 세계에 그들의 영향력과 접근권을 팔아버리려고 노력했다. GOP oversight, 공화당의 감독위원들은 has communicated with multiple witnesses and continues to follow the Biden money trail. 공화당의 감독위원들은 다양한 목격자들과 통신을 했고 바이든의 계속 돈을 추적하고 있다. We will be transparent and provide the facts for the American people. 우리는 투명할 것이고 미국인들에게 사실을 제공할 것이다. 바르티 로머와 제임스 코머의 인터뷰를 보시겠습니다.
Right now to look ahead is the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Kentucky Republican Congressman James Comer. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
First, I want to get your take on the news of the day, and that is this Silicon Valley Bank loss. And join me right now to look ahead is the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Kentucky Republican Congressman James Comer. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
First, I want to get your take on the news of the day, and that is this Silicon Valley Bank loss and this failure. You were on a bank board. You're the chairman of the Oversight Committee. What should be done here?
Well, look, this is something that I worry could be a trend. Usually when one bank goes down, more banks go down. And what we've seen early on from articles I've read in the Wall Street Journal and other financial publications is they invested a lot of cash that I would assume they had from things like the PPP loan, government policy, and they invested it in bonds. And then because the Democrats spent too much money in all their stimulus, the bonds go down when interest rates go up. The Fed had to raise interest rates to combat the Democrat inflation, and then we see now coming out that they were one of the most woke banks in their quest for the ESG type policy and investing. I think we need to keep an eye on all the banking sector right now.
Well, we're waiting for a solution. We are expecting an announcement of an acquisition of the Silicon Valley Bank before the markets open tomorrow. We'll see. But let me move on to the work that you've been doing. It's been a couple of weeks since we've spoken, and you've been digging in on the business of the Biden family. What have you learned?
Well, we've had a very good 2 weeks, Maria. We are finally having people cooperate with us. I think we all know the Biden administration stonewalling. Janet Yellen is stonewalling, not turning over the bank violations. But fortunately, since we've last spoken, we actually have bank records in hand. We have individuals who are working with our committee. In the last 2 weeks, we've met with either these individuals personally or with their attorneys. And that would be 4 individuals who had ties in with the Biden family on their various schemes around the world. So now we have in hand documents that show just exactly how the Biden family was getting money from the Chinese Communist Party. And I will tell you, it's as bad as we thought, Maria. It's very concerning. And in a way, where we can give the American people the truth and the transparency that they deserve.
Well, welcome back. I am back with the chairman of the House Oversight, Congressman James Comer. Congressman, talk to us about Kathy Chung. She's coming in to get deposed by your committee. What are you expecting?
Well, we're going to have a transcribed. We have a lot of questions about her role in moving documents. We all know now that Joe Biden has mishandled classified documents in at least 5 different locations. We know from text messages and emails she got the job to help with the Biden family moving documents at the recommendation of Hunter Biden. Given Hunter Biden what we see from bank records and from the emails and text messages with all the influence peddling he's done, we wonder. So we have a lot of questions for Ms. Chung, and she's fortunately going to come in voluntarily, and we'll have an opportunity to hopefully get some answers.
Tell me about the bank records. Mr. Chairman, what have you learned from these bank records that you've gotten? These are Hunter Biden's bank records?
These are people affiliated with the different businesses, so to speak, that the Biden family was involved in with respect to this instance, China. And what it appears is there were a lot of transfers from account to account to account, many transfers on the same day. That's probably one reason they received so many suspicious activity reports, which are the bank violations for the banks. The banks would look at this like, well, they must be laundering money or something. I don't necessarily think they were laundering money. It looks to me like they were trying to hide the source of that money, which was the Chinese Communist Party. So my question to the Bidens when I get that opportunity is, if you're conducting legitimate business activities, why so many transfers? Why were you trying to hide the source of that money?
네, 오늘 방송은 여기까지입니다. 감사합니다.